The headlines. MP Mela raises strong objection over extension of President's rule, demands fresh elections in Manipur in Parliament. VDF announces to resume gun down and pen down strike from August 1. RPI Atwale Secretary Maheshwar meets Union Minister of Tribal Affairs Jual Oram, presses for inclusion of Meitei in ST list. 134th Durand Cup Imphal chapter kicks off at Kumalampak Main Stadium. Trau FC, Niroka FC ends match with draw. Hello and welcome to ISTV English News. I'm Surbala Kangabam. Let's see the news in detail. MP of Inner Manipur Dr. Angom Chabimol Lakoijam raised a strong objection in Parliament today over the extension of President's rule in Manipur and has called for an immediate end to central rule and demanded fresh elections to restore democratic governance. During the session, the MP criticized the continuation of President's rule, arguing that it was not imposed to restore constitutional order, but rather to shield the ruling party from political embarrassment. He stated that the constitutional breakdown in Manipur had occurred much earlier and yet the government delayed intervention for political convenience, highlighting that Article 356 should only be used in the rarest of circumstances. The MP reminded the House that the people's mandate must take precedence. He demanded the dissolution of the current assembly and called for fresh elections, allowing the people of Manipur to choose their own government. MP Bimol emphasized that extending President's rule undermines democratic principles and fails to address the underlying causes of the ongoing crisis. He also called for a joint parliamentary committee to investigate the situation and ensure accountability.
Instead of introducing this and extending this almost illegitimate, in some sense morally, this precedent rule in Manipur, we should have a fresh mandate in the state of Manipur. Despite having a brutal majority, you are not able to form the government. In collusion with that state government and the union government, you have created this tragedy of Manipur in the last 2 years. So I expect the House, instead of extension of this precedent rule, to have a JPC being constituted so that the people of Manipur do not feel neglected and we take care of what had happened and fix accountability. I must remind again that the executive conduct must have some accountability in this House. And therefore, just as we discussed Sindur, just as we had long discussions on constitutions, I expect this House to have at least 5 to 6 hours discussion on what steps can be taken in this House so that all of us can have a healing process to begin from this House. The crisis in Manipur is unprecedented. Our LOP has said it. You have never seen the challenge to the Indian state's legitimate use of physical force has been challenged. Nowhere has it happened. The partition of 1947 is a living reality in Manipur today. The freedom of movement. The Meiteis cannot travel on the national highways, just as the Kukis cannot. All the citizens should have access to these freedom of movement. We are not able to have it. And I expect this House, therefore, to be more serious rather than reducing this kind of extension as a mere formality and ritual. The pain and suffering of the people of that state, and so far as the 19th state of this House, must take it seriously, just as you have taken seriously on the question of Pahalgam and that of any other issues in this country. So I therefore object to this extension of precedent rule, and I demand that instead of this, please dissolve that assembly, let's have a fresh mandate, and the rule of the people, will of the state must have the say rather than dictating terms, even if it's a small state.
All Manipur VDF Employees Welfare Association has announced to resume its gun down and pen down strike from August 1. The announcement came following a resolution adopted during meeting convened by the Central Committee of the Association along with the VDF Welfare Associations of the 16 districts held at Khongjom Tingtham, Thoubal District today. During the meeting, President of the Association Sanjit Sagolsem emphasized on the duties imparted on the BDFs in maintaining the law and order of the state and stated that the pay structure for the VDFs is comparatively low, especially in the present economy. He said the association has decided to resume its gun down and pen down strike from August 1 after the authorities failed to deliver on their assurances which was made during the agreement on the previous strike.
हाँ ममांग तक लाउथोखिबा कोई एडिशन तांगवानदगी हौनेना हाइरिबदु पखा ताना चथबा हाइना ngasi pungiba mifamjina koi rai amatoina tanare maramdi kaigino haibad kanda koina lupa lising 10 ga chama phangibsina imung manung maintain tawba konartaba tawriba dituna 24 hour tawba koina chataba mafam amta leite commando da red zone jaga jing da ngai ba kholiba buffer zone jing da ngai ba kholiba TCP da leiba khudima police department haibisida khoi leite bam tiyaude mayam je phajal laga punjal laga loina thabuk che loina tawla kanda 24 hour tawla kanda masina marma kanda imung manung jing da like tambagi singi bin mai gi bin cha bagi mayam je problem ora pona kanda thang bang amgi pangando lektam na marma kanda ngasi gi education na se sangjang jabane.
National Secretary of RPI Athwale Maheshwar Thamnaujam met Union Minister of Tribal Affairs Dual Oram and pressed for inclusion of Meitei in the scheduled tribe list. Maheshwar held talks with the Union Minister at his office located at 3 Safdarjung Road, New Delhi today morning. After meeting with the Union Minister, Maheshwar spoke to media persons where he informed that Meitei community, which is an indigenous community of Manipur, has not been included in the ST list despite having documents for proof. He said the memorandum has been submitted to the Governor of Manipur urging for inclusion of Meitei in the ST list, and it was the same memorandum that has been submitted today to the Union Minister. The Union Minister has assured him to try his best to address the memorandum, added Maheshwar Thamnaujam.
Adungasi hakthengna unazaraga aigi site gi so amutang president run gi matam sida hoji center na power leriba matam sida amutang initiative lobiraga state authorized team na tanaraga amutang koi Meitei se scheduled tribe ki list ST gi list restore to biu na haije adada mahak na yam thuna initiative kai lobu ya gi haibda magi mahak ki technical team na tanaraga ai process ai ke dosige haibadu yengjarake haibagi port ama thambirei aduna hoje ekoi haije badi ekoi thabak oin onthokpiu maramdi karigino hai matam da hoi state government dagi tharakadabagi article da yaujab oiraga su hojikti PR matamnina central government kitang hena initiative lobiragadi phangbam thokpada phangdan leiriba ST gi status se koi Meitei da phangdaba honabiu aduga leiriba si chana leiriba yellow mi sing pulapsu si nuksina leminanaba chinbiu haina haijarami.
The 134th edition of the Indian Oil Durand Cup Imphal Darwe kicked off at Kuman Lampak main stadium today. Trau FC and Neroka FC clashed in Group F opener in a thrilling match which ended with a 1-1 draw. The Imphal leg of the tournament, organized jointly by the Indian Army and the Manipur Department of Youth Affairs and Sports, will continue until August 12. Well, in a significant ruling, the Fast-Track Special Court Number 1 in Imphal today sentences 37-year-old man to 10 years of rigorous imprisonment for sexually assaulting a minor girl in 2013. The convict MD Abdul Rahman alias Ibomcha, son of Abdul Manal from Kwakta Kuman Mayay Lekai, was produced before the court from Manipur Central Jail, Sajiwa, for sentencing. During the sentencing hearing, the special public prosecutor argued that the crime was heinous, committed without mercy, and demanded the maximum punishment as per law to serve as a deterrent to others. The Defense Counsel, however, appealed for leniency, citing the convict's poor economic background, his responsibility as a father of 4, and his efforts to earn a livelihood by running a tea stall in Rajchandpur. The defense also requested that the time spent in custody during trial be set off from the sentence. After hearing both sides, the court sentenced MD Abdul Rahman to 10 years of rigorous imprisonment and imposed a fine of 1 lakh rupees. In case of failure to pay the fine, the convict will have to undergo an additional 1 month of simple imprisonment. The court also allowed the period already spent in custody to be set off from the sentence. Taking into account the trauma suffered by the victim, the court directed the state government to provide 4 lakh rupees as compensation to the victim and her family from the Victim Compensation Fund. MLA of Khangbo Assembly Constituency Okram Surjakumar inspected the severely eroded river bank of the Thoubal River along the Thoubal-Wangmataba Road section and the condition of the road. During his visit, a foundation stone was also laid at the SSAWA ground in the locality for the construction of a new public stage-cum-room. Later, while addressing the gathering at the Wangmataba Community Hall, MLA Surjakumar noted that multiple spots along the Thoubal River bank are in a dangerously eroded and unstable condition. He said that inspection has been carried out in most areas that will be repaired. However, for the past 4 to 5 years, projects and programs under the IFCD and PWD have remained stalled due to lack of funding, resulting in no progress on the construction of retention walls or implementation of water resources management initiatives. In light of the urgent need for preventive measures in the area, MLA Okram Surjakumar announced that temporary reinforcement using wood and bamboo piling would be undertaken at his own initiative. He also urged local residents to stay vigilant and extend their support to the effort. Additionally, he assured that the departmental work programs would be reactivated soon. Emphasizing the need to protect the narrow road stretches in the locality, he stated that he would consult with former Chief Minister Okram Ibobi, who is also his father, and ensure that blacktopping of the local roads is carried out at the earliest.
Sorok hari na happy na mo kan hari na lo matang sigi dar la ka do PWD ai hajan na hai jare dar la ka do PWD program do so na hapsa ge to ne na ek ya ba ko su ma ka ko na jage na ko ai se kam jara mata se
Joint Action Committee against the death of Moirangthem Ranjit has called off its proposed bund along Tidim Road following an agreement between the JAC, family members and the Asian Hospital Management Committee. The JAC has also informed that the lifeless body of late Moirangthem Ranjit will be claimed and his last rites will be performed. Convener of the JAC, L. Premila Laima, made the announcement during a press meet held at the Office of Development and Protection United Voluntary Organization, Nambol, in presence of family of late Moirangthem Ranjit, Asian Hospital Management Committee and JAC members.
Tang Kuntraboki, Manunda, Matam Mama Pihiba, Habidi, Ranziki Misiki Matanga, Tarigumba responsibility ma, La Tragedy, Tang Kuntrama to the Ekoi Ban, Tawana Lautoksaki Badu, Madu, Taurabo, Madamaduna Hojiki, Magi Asiba, Aksangsu, Akoi Mokagi Lauraga, Magi Matomangam, Pangtuk Nava Haiduna, Zesigi Makadegi, Tanzeri.
Asian Hospital Management Committee also thanked the JAC for bringing an amicable solution between the family of the deceased and the hospital committee, and further assured that the hospital will try its best to prevent such incident from happening in the future.
Anahangi Togo Tankunto, the Tokiba, Moirangthem Ranjit Matanda, Tokibado, Afedi Imaiben number is Haki Maiben, JAC Yauna, for you are Vatai Puna, Hana Matunga, Yana Bamukuna. Sumana to per se, you am hanging at the Muay, at the Matunta, the Koju, so the Nava, Koyasan Hostangi, Magaidesu, Hokanasu, Honasage, Mayanasu, Mianasu, Opus, support of you.
World Day Against Trafficking in Person 2025 was observed by Social Welfare Department and Shakti Sadan Guild Manipur at Hotel Imphal under the theme Human Trafficking is Organized Crime and the Exploitation. Secretary Social Welfare Robert Kedrimayum, Director of Social Welfare Anna Arambam, Chairperson Manipur Commission for Protection of Child Rights Kasham Pradeep Kumar, Chairperson Manipur State Commission for Women Tiningpham Mongsang, SP CID Crime Branch Dr. Rashini Yengkom too attended the observance as dignitaries. Addressing the gathering, Secretary of Social Welfare Robert Kedrimayum said, the crime of human trafficking has evolved over time, becoming more intricate with the rise of technology. Human trafficking often targets women and girls from economically challenged families, he said. He also reminded about job seekers deceived by fake job offers from seemingly reputable companies promising high salaries, leading to human trafficking situations. He then emphasized the importance of raising awareness about human trafficking. Robert Kedrimayum further highlighted that there are various schemes launched by the government for victim support service. Social Welfare Department, Police Department and NGOs need to work together to combat human trafficking, he added.
aduga mukoi maksu lekai pulutugi ni oigani ana moi sida koina awareness piba moiga discussion tongminaba moiga kogi tanaminaba toyaba throtsing kari leibagi ase ko kena kokthana khantaminaba si tawbirba yai aduga yenasu mapangan kanna tanaminabagi maru kogi dakasi taarane khanja.
Under the aegis of Manipur State Rural Livelihoods Mission, Thoubal CD Block, Thoubal District, Convergence Mela for VLFs of Kangabok Part 1, Gram Panchayat and Kangabok Part 2, Gram Panchayat was held at Kangabok Multipurpose Community Hall. Deputy Commissioner of Thoubal Henna Kamei, District Mission Manager MSRLM Thoubal Rajkumari Nikita, CMO Thoubal Dr. Y. Nokul and member of Jilla Parisat Kangabok and Ramananda graced the opening program as the main guest. A total of 19 stalls belonging to different departments and products made by BLFs were displayed at the fair. Speaking on the occasion, DC of Thoubal District Henna Kamei shared that the main objective of the Convergence Mela was to bring together various government departments and organizations to deliver services and information to people, particularly in rural areas, with the aim of alleviating poverty. Considering the importance of Aadhaar cards in assessing benefits to government schemes, she appealed to the denizens of the district to enroll and update for Aadhaar cards.
Once nangi Aadhaar laikhragadi, any government schemes nang na apply tawba matamda adu maru oina adu Aadhaar do changbadina adu mayamna Aadhaar enrollment ga new updation da khara tawbiyo haina haijaninge.
Deputy Commissioner Bishnupur Puja Ilangwam has announced that no cases of child labor or trafficking were detected during a recent 15-day district-wide campaign. Addressing a press briefing at El Mani Memorial Hall, Thamnapokpi, the Deputy Commissioner said the campaign was conducted under the theme Stop Child Trafficking for Labor and Other Forms of Exploitation. The initiative covered 23 hotels, 6 brick fields, 17 workshops, a plastic factory, and 4 cement and stone sites across the district. The campaign involves inspections and awareness drives in public spaces, with more than 170 public transport drivers pledging to report any signs of child trafficking or labor exploitation. DC Ilangwam praised the coordinated efforts of the District Child Protection Unit, New Life Foundation Manipur and local stakeholders, including the police and community members. The DC reaffirmed the administration's commitment to the Constitution of India and the directives of the Supreme Court and National Commission for Protection of Child Rights. She stressed that such drives are vital to protecting children from all forms of exploitation. The event was attended by District Child Protection Officer Indrani Chongtham, New Life Foundation Secretary L. Pishak, police officials and members of the Child Welfare Committee, among others.
Handaki third super drive sidadi no children were found and engaged in their respective business and industries. It shows had the commitment of our stakeholders, including district child protection unit, aduga New Life Foundation na so yamna wana campaign to rakpa matungda saina ambo angang saina engaged in labor or trafficking the phangda base. It's a big achievement. Praja sing na susi gi matang da yamna khangba aduga any suspicious activity report to biba, any forms of child labor uba or any trafficking tawgadaba illegal adoption tawgadaba adumba chingnarappa targadi lekai singi club singi si miyamna su khoi the report to biba ama changi. We need the help of everyone required.
Lions Club of Manipur region distributed relief materials as part of the flood relief project 2024-25 in Haingang and Korai areas. The relief efforts were carried out in Haingang Mayalekai and Korai Sajor Lekai in collaboration with Lions Club of Imphal East and Lions Club of Imphal Global under the banner of Lions International District 322D. The event saw the presence of President of Lions Club Imphal East, Laurembam Meghachandra, Zone Chairperson of Zone 12 S. Deveshwar, Vice President of Imphal Global K.H. Khamba, past Zone Chairperson and currently DC Alert A. Jayanta Kumar Sharma. DC Alert A. Jayanta Kumar Sharma stated that the distributions were carried out based on reports submitted by Lions members since June 5.
Uthaba plastic mayam wash leriba adegi khongban talibe sengse environmental service ki manunga sengi adegi ai aduga vision mitang ba lakta ba se simitang ba sigi tang dana ba karmaina layeng ba mayam sima mitkiyama madagi diabetes hada kumsige thimde bit diabetes pu mai thiwa pise hai.
A dissemination meeting for the project titled An Innovative Approach for Engaging Student and Women Organizations to Improve Tuberculosis Case Finding and Treatment Adherence was held at the RDA Hall, Senapati today. The initiative, supported by ICMR and NIRT Chennai, aimed to improve TB case detection and treatment adherence in hard-to-reach communities by actively involving students and women's groups. Deputy Commissioner Mamoni Dole graced the event as chief guest and praised the project's community-centric model, calling it a paradigm shift from a purely medical approach to a people-powered movement. The DC noted with concern the TB prevalence rate of 366 per lakh in Senapati and emphasized the need to continue training and empowering local volunteers. Over 700 community volunteers trained under the project reached out to villages across the district, spreading awareness, identifying symptoms and referring potential TB cases. Officials confirmed that nearly 150 TB cases were detected through this active case-finding effort, and treatment adherence was ensured through consistent community follow-up. The meeting also featured a feedback session where volunteers shared their on ground experiences, challenges and recommendations. Certificates of appreciation were distributed to mark their contributions.
We initiated in 2023, we recruited some 300 odd community volunteers from Senapati. Then we gave them nice training, and with the help of them in the past 2 years, the latest update is we were able to identify some extra 150 TB cases in Senapati district, which has added over and above what the NTB program has been doing. These volunteers are paid a very minimal incentive, but all these volunteers have taken up so much difficulty all these 2 years, and then they have penetrated each and every village, even during the very difficult times of this social tensions which is happening in Manipur. They did a very extraordinary work, and in summary we were able to increase the case notification by almost 27% when compared to our pre-intervention period. So that is one significant outcome of this project.
A central team from the National Disaster Management Authority visited Chandal district today to inspect and review local disaster management systems. The NDMA team, led by Director Rakesh Kataria, held a review meeting at the Mini Secretariat Conference Hall of the DC office in Chandal. The team was joined by the Deputy Commissioner, Additional Deputy Commissioner and various district level officers. Also present were senior NDMA officials including Under Secretary Chandal Singh and Senior Consultant Dr. Sweta Vaidya. Officials from the State Relief and Disaster Management Department, SDOs from Khenjoy and Chakpikarong, and other district officers took part in the review discussions. The purpose of the visit was to assess the district's readiness to handle disasters, evaluate coordination among key departments, and review the functionality and emergency operations centers. The team also aimed to identify challenges faced by local authorities and understand the support required from central and state disaster agencies. Following the meeting, the team conducted on-ground inspections at multiple locations across Chandal to assess risk mitigation measures and response mechanism in place. Officials emphasized the importance of coordinated planning and effective communication systems in managing emergencies efficiently.
This team has been deputed to understand the functioning of the state disaster management authorities as well as the district disaster management authorities from the disaster risk reduction perspective, to assist the disaster management authorities of the states and the district disaster management authorities to prepare their disaster management plans and how to mitigate them and what to do in the event of actual happening of a disaster, and to listen to their problems. What do they expect from us? What do they expect from the central government and the district authorities? What do they expect from the state disaster management authorities? And also to see whether they have a close coordination between the various line departments, so that how they are managing and their emergency operations centers. Yesterday we have arrived here and we are seeing their operations and we are learning through them also, and we are also advising through them, and we are understanding their problems. It has been a good visit so far, and I hope the results will fall in place in near future.
Institute for Community Action and Resource Development, or ICARD, successfully concluded a 3-month tailoring course under the Shakti Sadan scheme at the ICARD Shakti Sadan home in Kaitel Manbi, Champhai subdivision, Kangpokpi district. The closing ceremony was attended by Additional Deputy Commissioner of Kangpokpi and Sokhongam Baite, along with SDO of Champhai and in-charge District Social Welfare Officer Laminlal Simte and SDO of Saitu Subdivision Pautinsai Kipken. Certificates and financial assistance were distributed to 39 women who completed the training, while 5 top-performing trainees received tailoring machines to support their livelihoods. ICARD President thanked the district administration and emphasized the organization's ongoing commitment to vocational training for women despite limited resources. Highlighting the need to change societal attitudes, ADC Baite stressed the importance of gender equality and announced that the district administration would donate 5 additional tailoring machines to bolster the initiative. The program concluded with a Thanksgiving prayer led by Pastor Sitlo of KMC TBAI. 8th Battalion CRPF organized a blood donation camp today in Bishnupur with the aim of promoting social responsibility and saving lives. The event was held in collaboration with esteemed organizations including the Green Defender Youth Club Bishnupur, RIMS Hospital, Red Cross and the Municipal Corporation Bishnupur. A total of 37 donors, 21 from the CRPFs and 16 civilians voluntarily donated blood. Medical professionals from RIMS and the Red Cross ensured thorough screening and proper care for the donors. Awareness sessions were also conducted to educate the public on the health benefits and social impact of blood donation. The event not only contributed to life-saving efforts but also fostered a sense of unity and compassion, showcasing the collective commitment of all involved to building a more caring and supportive society. And before we wind up our top stories once again, MP Bimola Koijam raises strong objection over extension of President's rule, demands fresh elections in Manipur in Parliament. VDF announces to resume gun down and pen down strike from August 1. RPI Atu Ali Secretary Maheshwar meets Union Minister of Tribal Affairs Jual Oram, presses for inclusion of Mitay in SD list. 134th Durand Cup Imphal chapter kicks off at Kumalampang Main Stadium. Trao FC, Neroka FC ends match with draw. Well, thank you so much for joining with us and good night.